New Hampshire, the governor of New Hampshire is Chris Sununu. And Chris Sununu has been the governor of New Hampshire, the so-called live free or die state, since 2017. They say they're the live free or die state, and they've had 82 governors. Chris Sununu is the 82nd governor of New Hampshire, yet they haven't legalized marijuana yet. 20 other states, including what? Illinois? Even Illinois legalized marijuana. Even Virginia has legalized, even Alaska. 20 states has legalized marijuana. Have they legalized marijuana in the live free or die state? They're a bunch of hypocritical sons of bitches. You want to take a look at this hypocrite? Okay, here is the governor of New Hampshire. He's got a primary today. He's got 4 Republicans that he needs to beat. He's the most likely, victor. He's probably going to win, but he's a fucking hypocrite. And his Democrat opponent, Tom Sherman, thinks that he's actually appealing to a national audience. He's not running for New Hampshire for New Hampshire. He's running for New Hampshire for you, America. He's going to become your president. So here's your future president, America.
In this Senate race, that's appreciated and understood. It's clearly seen as one of the best opportunities America has to have a 51st vote to stop Chuck Schumer from implementing what we all see as a losing agenda for America. I've heard from countless voices across the country. It's been very interesting. The vast majority of them all urging me to run for the U.S. Senate. They give me advice on everything from family and schedule, policy, leadership opportunities, what the Senate entails, and I do appreciate everyone who has reached out. The Senate is clearly a very different place in terms of expectations, accountability, success.
All right, he's not running for Senate. He's running for president, okay? So he is sworn in for his first term, 2017, second term, 2019, third term. He's actually running for his 4th term because New Hampshire, not only do they, not give a shit about freedom and personal freedom when it comes to marijuana, they also don't know how a governor's term, it's not 4 years, it's 2 years there. So every 2 years they're having to rerun. That's, God, I mean, how can a governor get anything done? You just got in there and you only got 2 years to get whatever it is you're going to get done. So he's running for 4 terms. That means he's had to defeat all the Republicans and Democrats. Nobody else in New Hampshire. That's the best that you got. I mean, my God, if this is the best New Hampshire's got, we should listen to him a little bit more.
24/7 accountability. The people of our state deserve nothing less, and it's where you can be the most impactful. Sometimes there could be a dozen key decisions in a day as a governor that have to be made, and all can have an incredibly direct and positive impact on individuals' lives. Not so much so in the Senate. It's a much slower pace, and frankly, too often doing nothing is considered a win.
Yeah, so to hell with the Senate race, okay? He's the executive. He's a governor or a president. He's not a fucking legislator. He's not a goddamn legislator. So that's Chris Sununu. Chris Sununu had announced the nationwide launch of his recovery-friendly workplace initiative to engage employers and employee workplaces to provide support for people recovering from substance use disorder. More than 40,000 employees in New Hampshire work for a designated recovery-friendly workplace. In October 2018, Chris Sununu introduced the state's new hub and spoke model for addiction recovery. The model includes 9 regional hubs in Berlin, Concord, Dover, Hanover, Keene, Laconia, Littleton, Manchester, and Nashua, which coordinate with local spokes to provide additional recovery services. Hubs receive $9 million a year, stemming from $45.8 million a year in federal aid to combat the state's opioid epidemic. In March 2019, Chris Sununu announced that an additional $12 million had been allocated. Has he tried decriminalization to New Hampshire to fight the opioid epidemic? Everywhere where you tried something else besides the war on drugs, it succeeded. Marijuana has succeeded in Colorado. On May 3rd, 2019, Chris Sununu vetoed a bill that would have repealed the death penalty. He signed the veto at a community center named after Michael Bridges. As drafted, the bill would not have applied to Michael Addison, who killed Bridges in 2006. The veto was overridden During the COVID-19 pandemic, Chris Sununu has criticized members of Congress and members of the Biden administration for the lack of relief packages. So he's for social spending. He also criticized members of Congress for getting early access to COVID-19 vaccines. In November 2020, Chris Sununu instituted a statewide mask mandate, which sparked protest outside his house. Chris Sununu opposed what he characterized as federal overreach on mandates, saying, "I am as pro-vaccine as it gets, but I do not support this mandate from Washington, as it is not the answer." Political positions. WMUR considers Chris Sununu a moderate Republican. According to the National Review, he's fiscally conservative, socially moderate politician in a similar vein of Rockefeller Republicans. He's like a Rockefeller Republicans. Chris Sununu vetoed 57 bills as governor in 2019. Is that Magpie? Hey, get out of here, Magpie! Nah, get out of here, Magpie! They're like crows. They're vicious. They'll go, they'll dive at you. They'll flap their wings crazily. They're like the most aggressive birds out here. Magpies. And there you go. Some things about Julian Acciard. He wants to bridge the divide with solutions. Something election security. Malcolm X. Education is important. Thaddeus Riley. I'm an outsider, business owner for the governor of New Hampshire. Day one, he's going to do something with education and rejects mandates that violate the U.S. Constitution, defend the Second Amendment, support law enforcement, veto the state income tax, wage tax, preserve freedom of speech, support a New Hampshire first immigration policy, and protect life. So that was crystal clear what he stands for. Thaddeus Riley. That was Thaddeus Riley. Now you got Jay Lewis. He said he was a biker, and I was like, oh, wow, they got bikers, like, bicycle bikers. But no, he's like an old scraggly Hell's Angel, kind of loud ass. He's got no chance. Richard McMenamon. I'm not for sure. Did I get anything on? I couldn't find anything on Richard McMenamon. So it's not between those two. And these other two candidates, they got, platform, and they're actually sticking their necks out there, but they're up against the governor in his own, right? The Republican governor incumbent. He's currently the incumbent. He's most likely going to be the one that will win in, the general election, unless he's just absolutely hated, which it doesn't seem like there's. So Thaddeus Riley, we'll see what happens with Thaddeus Riley or the other guy, Julian Acciard. If they win, I'll tell you what they were about. If they don't, then who gives a shit what the hell they stood for? Because it wasn't good enough. New Hampshire said, to hell with whatever. Julian, to hell with your platform, your vision. Julian, no, sir. Thaddeus Riley, you want me to do? I don't think so, Thaddeus Riley. No to your vision.